Wow, that intro is awesome. Look at this set. These guys did a great job.
Apparently they love Halloween here.
Yes, isn't that great?
We're a week early. We're going to do this.
That's a week today.
It is.
Yes. Did you have your candies?
No, I don't normally get ready for Halloween a week before we start, but I guess it's a thing here at ONNtv.
Candies.
What? You had your candies already?
And I have 2
You know
people.
what? Do you
I
buy
get
them
2
discount
kids.
the year after the...
No, I actually have cheesies because Jim likes cheesies. So he said we should get something that we like because, you know, we get 2 kids and the least you can buy
That's all you get?
Yeah. They've heard about my house.
Don't go there. They're cheap.
She's a witch in there.
They only give you half-eaten cheesies. No, I don't buy my candy in advance because I would eat it all. I have no
Do you get lots of kids?
willpower. When I first bought the house, I would get maybe 20 to 40 kids, and then Keith came into my life and began decorating, and now we're like 120.
Awesome.
Because people heard about it and they come from all over to see his decorations. Although,
Isn't that terrific?
don't come this year because he's in Sudbury and are not having Halloween.
What a
Did I not
grouch.
sound grumpy? No, I'm very, no. So,
Apparently there's no Halloween this year, kids.
well,
Uncle
I
Tim?
mean, no, I'll hand stuff out, but I'm not going to put up the animatronics and the smoke machines and
Look
the
at you all
cobwebs.
hand stuff out. Gee, kids, rush over there.
No, I will because I loved Halloween as a child.
Did you?
Didn't you?
Always.
Oh my gosh, I was one of
Always.
those kids who took the pillowcase and went one direction, came home, dumped it out, and went the other direction.
Yeah, I just visited all my relatives.
That's all you had to do in Espanola because you
Yeah.
have 300 of them.
Yeah,
I hope your family all chipped in to pay the dental bills.
Yes, they did.
You have lovely teeth.
Thank y'all.
No, candies. Some people do that though. After
Yes.
Halloween is over, they buy them and they save them.
Put them in the freezer.
Oh, in the freezer.
Yeah,
But have you ever seen chocolate that's been in the freezer for a year and then comes
It
back
gets
out again?
white.
Gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you open a gray chocolate bar, those people are cheap.
But you know what?
They're not. They're frugal. There's a difference.
But eat it anyway because it still tastes like chocolate. It's not going to hurt you.
Are you
It's
sure?
still good.
Okay.
Yeah, I've eaten
What makes
of
it go white like that?
Just age, just air. Just
like
air.
Michael Jackson.
Just
the older
rot.
you got, the whiter you got.
It's just rot. So yeah, just eat. Nice. Do you know who Megyn Kelly is?
Yes, she's the racist woman who's on that morning show.
Yes, she is. Thank you very much. Well, apparently she's apologizing because she made comments during an interview about Halloween.
This is
and
NBC.
how
Is she not NBC? Like
Yeah.
it's a morning
Yeah,
talk show. She left Fox and went to NBC or something like
Yes.
that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So she said she's talking to somebody about costumes for
Melissa
Halloween and
Rivers.
stuff, and she says, well, I don't like blackface. I don't really understand what the big problem is. Like, I don't understand why that's racist.
Like once a year, if I want to dress up like a black person for Halloween, what's the big deal? If a black person dressed up like a white person, I wouldn't care. So why is it racist? We're just normal
now, this
people.
is a woman who has said, and I quote, by the way, for all you kids watching at home, Santa, he's white. Jesus was white. Was a white man too, she said.
Jesus was there, yeah. Well, Jesus was not a white man.
On national television.
She says this
How
stuff.
could she be employed? I don't understand.
And apparently the reason that she apologized was because she got so much backlash from celebrities and from other broadcasters saying, do your research and find out how blackface began.
Exactly.
Blackface began when white people did exaggerated performances as black people, as slaves, as uneducated, as less than.
vaudeville.
So they did. It was a really negative impersonation of black culture, of black people, that began blackface. So it came from a place of of racism.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
And that's so she's
I mean,
like,
and
now
obviously.
now I know better, so I'm sorry. Well, you know what? Maybe you
Yeah.
should do. You're a broadcaster on a national network.
She
Maybe
also
you
said-
should do your homework before.
Somebody got into a huge mess because they dressed. I can't remember who it was, but she dressed as Diana Ross, and
A celebrity, yeah.
apparently,
But she darkened her
colored
skin.
her skin a little bit. But Megyn Kelly said, "So what if she wants to be Diana Ross for a day? Why is that a wrong thing?
It's not a wrong thing, but just wear your own face.
Why do you have to color? Like, put the wig on and weigh 4 pounds. Good luck with that."
Weigh 4 pounds.
Yeah.
Diana Ross is so skinny.
Oh my word! My ankle is bigger than her. Seriously.
You know, and while we're on the subject of sort of racism and that sort of stuff.
Social issues.
Social issues. Really interesting. In Ottawa, Ontario, the first openly transgender woman has been elected to as a school board trustee. Her name is Lyra Evans. And
What a pretty name.
Lyra she was homeless while in high school.
Oh my word.
In high school, she couch surfed, and she managed to finish high school, even though everything was stacked against her. She was gay in high school, and then eventually is now transgender. She said one of the ways that she got herself out of her homelessness. Oh, there she is, right there. There's Lyra. Transitional housing, by volunteering and by becoming an advocate. That changed the path of her life. She believes that the discrimination she faced in high school was due to a lack of education, a lack of understanding, and a lack of understanding of nuanced language regarding LGBTQ issues in the school system.
Well, everybody's scared when you don't know. Education is so important because fear is what propels racism and discrimination.
And what propelled her to run for first trustee for the school board was Doug Ford's repeal of the sex ed curriculum. So she was so concerned about this, taking transgender education and awareness out of the schools, that she decided to go and put her name in the race, and she went door to door. And she said generally she found a lot of people are very angry about what Doug Ford has done. Mm-hmm. And the Ford Nation and all those people who want to repeal the sex ed curriculum. And she said the reason that she thinks that she won is precisely because of Doug Ford and what he's doing. And not only did she win, she won by 55% of the vote. So
thanks, Doug.
There you go. Transgender.
You're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, how brave is she?
Yeah.
My word.
But we were just talking in the green room before the show about I'm trying to think of her name, who's in the green room right now, for heaven's sakes. Lisa Caricato from Canadian Mental Health Association said she just saw the first passport with X on it. So now in Canada, you have a choice of being male, female, or for gender, you could put X on your passport.
Because some people aren't identifying their babies as
gender fluid. Or you're just gender fluid.
Or themselves, yes.
So, and really, people are up in arms about this. Well, you're either male or female. Why? What does it matter? If the picture matches, if all the other information matches, then what does it matter if you're male or female? We are humans.
Doesn't matter
That's
what
the bottom
you call
line.
me, just don't call me late for dinner. You know, I'm serious. Like, call me whatever you want to.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's why you're as big as Diana Ross. Your ankle's as big as Diana Ross. Don't call me late for dinner.
Oh, don't call me late for dinner. You know what?
No.
Drake.
Canadian.
Huge, monstrous popularity.
Yes.
He's 32 years old today.
Happy
He is so
birthday, Drake.
popular that he wore a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey on a magazine cover.
Yes.
And the next game sold out, first time in like
The Maple
a
Leafs?
while.
Because
Yes.
of Drake?
Yes.
Love that.
People love Drake.
Well, there he is.
Yeah.
He's a great musician, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Has he ever been here?
He
Has he
had
been to
that
Sault Ste.
song.
Marie?
No, he had that song that was people were kind of mimicking how he danced. He kind of did the whole.
Oh yeah, he's over there. Aaron just did it for me
he did
behind
the whole
camera.
thing.
Let's get Drake to Sault Ste. Marie. Would he ever come here? No, he plays huger venues.
Yeah, huger.
If I ran the GFL, maybe Drake would come.
Too busy messaging 14-year-old girls.
Yeah. Talking about international, like really hugely famous people. Mm-hmm. Bill Cosby.
Yes, Mr. Cosby.
Mr. Cosby's in jail, as we all know. He is in a single cell near the infirmary in the prison that he's in.
So the infirmary is
Where you go to get sick. Where you're, if
so
you're sick.
medical as opposed
so he's,
to
he's
food.
very near where the medical area is,
Okay.
right? He's in a single cell. He doesn't share a cell. He has access to a day room where he can watch TV and take his meals. So he's not eating with the general population. He gets to eat in this day room. And
Nobody else is in the day room.
The article goes on to say, that's his cell, but the article goes on to say there is nobody else currently using the day room. Bless you, dear.
Pardon me, I've never sneezed on television before.
Well, there's always a first, and no one saw you do it because we were watching Bill Cosby in his cell. So anyway, he's in the day room by himself, and there are several inmates who have been assigned as their part of their prison job to assist him.
What?
So Bill Cosby's in prison with a day room to himself, his own cell, where he takes his meals in the day room to watch TV and eat, and he's been assigned assistants.
So he has a staff in jail.
He has personal assistants in jail. And his wife.
And that was his cell?
That's not
Wasn't it, it looked like it was flooring, like wood flooring. No? I don't see it.
No, they wouldn't put hardwood in his cell.
Well, you know.
But his wife is freaking out, Camille, because his appeal got rejected.
Yes.
She's trying to appeal, and she says that the judge was biased because the judge's wife was an advocate for sexual assault victims. Well, how dare that woman advocate for sexual assault victims?
My goodness.
How dare you stand
Camille,
up?
honey.
Camille's not good.
Let's have a coffee.
So the Judge O'Neill said, you know what, I've heard this all before. I've heard this before. She tried this earlier. My judgment has nothing to do with my wife's advocacy or her opinions. I judged on the rule of law. Go away from me.
My goodness, Camille. Honestly, you got the money, so now you don't have to pretend anymore. And if you aren't pretending, what's wrong with you? Holy moly, woman, open your eyes. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, we're all done.
We're all done. Who's on the show?
A lot of people. I have a cadet on, Michaela, and her last name is very complicated, so please just watch Michaela. You know, I've had the cadets on the show. I love them. They're interesting. They're passionate kids. They're intelligent, and they're really doing great things. At a very young point in their lives. They're doing fun, exciting things. They're getting out of the city and going to camps and stuff and learning. So Michaela's on. It's a taped interview. Then live, I have Lisa is here from CMHA with two lovely ladies who are putting together the Grab Hold Fashion Gala, which is coming up the end of November. We'll talk about that. And then finally, also, it is Wellness Wednesday, despite what you see here. And we're going to be talking about S.A.D, Seasonal Affective Disorder, and how we can combat that. So you have the news.
I have the news coming up.
So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. There's lots more to come on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Boo. Boo.
Seeing things running through your head. Who can you call? Ghostbusters! An invisible man sleeping in your bed.
Cause I love a rainy night. Yeah, I love a rainy night. Well, I love a rainy night. Well, I love a rainy night.
All right, you are my third cadet, Michaela, on the show. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Let's see if I can get your whole name right. Michaela Buswa Offenschwaller. No, what is it?
Ohlenschlager.
I was so close. Nice to have you on the show. Now, how long have you been with cadets?
A year now.
Just a year? Because you're old. How old are you?
I'm 12.
And your birthday's one day before mine.
Yes.
November 6th, November. What am I? You're the 5th, I'm the 6th.
Yes.
I'm a little bit older than you, though.
Yeah.
But you've done so much in a short time with the cadets.
Yes, I have.
Okay, let's talk about, first of all, how did you get involved? What brought you to cadets?
Well, my sister, because she was in it.
Yes. All right. Mm-hmm. So there was already somebody in your family involved.
Yes.
Did she tell you, would she come home and say things like, oh, Michaela, this time we did this and that, and you were like, oh, I want to do that someday?
Yes.
Yeah. So you joined a year ago, and you've already been up in a glider?
Yes.
At that camp. These camps sound amazing.
They're really fun.
What's it called again?
I went to basic training, general training. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't be sorry. I don't know. You could just lie to me. I would never know the difference. Basic general training?
General training.
General training.
Yes.
You were gone for?
2 weeks.
Okay. Now, tell me the truth. Did you get a little lonely when you were away?
No, because my friends were with me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
But homesick a little bit for your
Yes.
family?
Mm-hmm.
Just one night and then everything was fine?
Well, maybe a few nights.
Maybe
here
a few
and there.
nights, yeah. So, your friends. You made lots of friends through cadets?
Yes.
Is that one of the reasons why you like cadets?
Yeah.
The socialization aspect of it?
Yes.
And I asked you about hanging out with people from cadets even when you're not at cadets. Mm-hmm. You do?
Yes, I do.
So what kinds of things do you do when you're at cadets, though?
When we're at cadets, well, we have classes and we learn like leadership and about aircrafts.
Do you know something? Luann is the lady that I host the show with in the morning. I don't know if you didn't get to meet her, but anyway, we were talking about today, the day you're here, is like National Girls' Day. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't know
It
that.
is. And one of the things that Luann was talking about on the show this morning was that young ladies are talking about the fact that they don't see a lot of leadership opportunities. So now here you are talking about the fact that you take leadership courses through the cadets. This is a great thing. What other kind of classes?
Well, we'll learn like how to socialize and speak to people.
Like you're doing right now?
Yes.
Yes, so public speaking and just kind of like, what do they say, that getting self-esteem or developing
Yes.
self-esteem and
Yeah.
self-confidence. That's a huge part of it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, from the moment you walked in, you impressed me with how you look and you shook my hand and very mature. What other, now, survival stuff. Do you learn that kind of stuff?
Well, I would learn it if I took a summer course.
Okay. But when you were away this summer, you did do some of that stuff, right?
Well, yes, because we got a taste of all the camps in one.
I saw a picture where you had to make a shelter?
Yes.
You had to build your own shelter?
We were in groups and we had to try and build one. Yes.
You had to try?
Try.
Did you succeed?
A little bit.
Would you have stayed in that shelter if you had to?
No.
No? I said to you, shelter's not for, I'm the kind of guy who stays at the Holiday Express. I don't know about building shelters, but it looked pretty good. It was like a tent thing, lean-to.
It looked nice, yeah.
Yeah. But if a strong wind came along.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, now what about the flying part of it? Was that the coolest part?
Yes.
Of the 2 weeks away?
Yes. It was just like flying.
So what did you do?
Friends.
You went up in the plane?
Mm-hmm. But
Glider.
it was it was at the GT. It wasn't the glider.
Okay.
We went on a different one, just like flying.
Like in a rail, like a plane?
Well, no, not a plane.
Was the plane you were in though was like it wasn't a glider, it was an airplane plane?
Yes, I guess so.
So there's a picture of somebody at the controls and stuff. Was that a kind of plane you were in? Did it have controls and everything? You were in the cockpit there? Did you see how that worked? Did you go?
Well, we were in. There was only people in the back.
You were in the people in the back. Did you get a tour of the cockpit ever though?
Well, we already know what it looks like. Most of them look the same.
You've seen one cockpit, you've seen them all. What about the huge plane, the RCAF plane, the Royal Canadian Air Force's aircraft? That huge, I have a picture of that too.
It's really big.
It's really big.
Yeah.
What's inside of it?
Seats and.
There are, like, for a lot of passengers, or is it mostly?
Well, I guess so.
Could they put equipment and stuff in there too? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And then, music.
Music?
Do you do any music
band.
with band?
I was thinking about it this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's this drum thing, and then you do twirlies. I don't know.
You do what?
Twirly things with the
Twirly
hand.
things
And
with the
they're
sticks.
little puffy.
That kind of
that
thing.
yeah.
They teach you how to do that?
Yeah, this one girl does it.
This is all free, right?
I think so, yeah.
It is.
Yes.
It's all free.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. And but the outfits you have to get when you do the tag thing. That helps to get all the outfits and stuff. Is that right? The tag sales help with the outfits, I think.
I don't know.
Because did you know that one of those guys, if they wear those kilts that the guys wear, is like $600 for a kilt?
Yes. Yes, I know.
I know.
Expensive.
So, but they all help you out with that. And then, so if somebody sees you selling those tags,
Yeah.
they should stop and help you and chat with you, right?
Yeah, well, it'd be nice because we're standing there for hours.
Yeah, right. Now, do you have you have Indigenous blood?
I'm
First Nation?
Yeah.
Right, because you have other outside of cadets. You do some cool stuff
Yes.
too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
I go to powwows, and there I'm a fancy dancer.
So you get the whole outfit with
Yes.
the colors and everything.
I have a nice-
Oh, that picture! We'll put that picture up of you standing on the
Yes.
train rail bridge. Who took that picture?
My sister took it.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
And you're in full dress there, right?
Yes.
And so you're a fancy dancer. How'd you learn the dances?
Well, my aunt, she was one really good one.
Yeah.
So she I would just watch her and watch my sister and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you just when you go there, you know how to do it. It's just like a natural thing.
So besides the powwows, do you do those dances anywhere else?
Maybe if me and my sister are messing around in the bedroom.
What about if we were doing, let's say for instance there was something going on in the community and we wanted you and your sister to come and do fancy dancing for the general public, would you do it?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. See, so if you want a fancy dancer at your fundraiser or something, maybe get a hold of, say your name again, Michaela Boswell.
Michaela Boswell Olenschlager.
Olenschlager. Okay, so now, do you think you're going to continue with the flying stuff or what?
I was thinking about it, yes, because it would be cool.
Because I told you, we were talking about What's his name?
Erwin?
Yes, Ethan Irwin.
Yes.
And that he's 16 years old and he already has his license.
Yes, it's
Something
pretty
you might
cool.
like to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were talking about the glider planes. I'm nervous about the one wheel.
Yeah, the one wheel. Yeah. When I was landing, I was like, oh, here we go.
So you did land in a glider?
Yes, I did land in a glider. We went on a little trip 2 weeks ago.
You went on a little trip. Oh, we have the vision. We have a picture of what you saw. Was it gorgeous?
It was awesome.
Awesome. And was it quiet up there?
Well, except if you took away the buzzing, it would be quiet.
What was the buzzing from?
Just the plane, I guess.
Oh, just
a little glider.
like rattling?
No, not rattling.
Okay.
No.
I wouldn't like to be the plane that rattled.
Yeah, it was like wind, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you were landing, seriously, and you know you're going to only have one wheel underneath them, that little wheel on the tail, were you a little nervous?
A little nervous, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here you are, safe and sound.
Yes.
So now, futures for the cadets. What are your plans?
I was thinking of taking on small engines so then I could try and do the flying.
The small engines is one that they do at the Bush Plane Museum,
Yes.
right? And you would go in there and they actually teach you how to do small engine repair. And
Yeah, my friend was talking to me about it. He's like, you should try it. I was like, okay.
do you know that would totally, because that would be so worthwhile. I mean, think about how that would transfer to, call it transferable skills. That would be great in life to know those sorts of
Yeah.
things. So Cadets has a ton to offer you. Socialization, leadership. You said the one thing you love most is the activities.
Yes.
The activities.
Yes.
Learning a lot of stuff. And it keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to thank you for coming in. I just think it's great when I meet young people who are passionate about things and have interest in things and go out and explore the world and have a good time. So I wish you the best. And if you decide to go on with any of your aircraft training and stuff, or anything you want to do, come back and tell me what's going on. Okay, Michaela, thanks for your time. We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this.
My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5 and then he takes another home again. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream?
Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays, and we're showing you pictures of cemeteries.
I love these graphics though. Garrett, awesome.
That's true, actually. Garrett asked.
Seriously?
He said, "Tell me what you think of your intro." I was like, "What? You changed it?" He said, "Yeah, for Halloween." I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I just looked at the cemetery one and I said, oh, ever cute.
Okay, listen. You know
not
what?
really cute
I don't.
if it's a cemetery.
Look at you. We even have Halloween Tim Murphys and
Look
Luann's,
at-
whatever.
And Luann's, whatever.
Listen, I don't mind. Okay, I can handle this. But if you guys start decorating for Christmas, they better not start like putting Christmas trees up in here after this holiday's over.
What are you going to do about it?
Why you gotta bust my tough guy image?
Your tough guy image.
I'll go home and complain.
To
They
who?
made it Christmas. Nobody. He's leaving on
That's
Sunday.
right, yeah.
See, this is why we have to have.
Exactly.
This is why we have to have Ivana on to talk about seasonal affective disorder, because this time of the year makes me sad anyway, and now I'm being left alone, and it's the end of the year, and then what have I done? What
Good
have I done?
morning.
Hi.
Hope you're having a great day.
Stop talking about me. Talk about you.
Meghan Markle. Little tense.
You and the friggin' Royals.
I love her. Little baby bump. Again, the size of my ankle. But she had to cut a visit
yourself.
to a market short while she's in Fiji because the crowd became a little unruly.
Oh dear.
Well, she's pregnant. You don't want to be
She's in
bouncing-
Fiji.
You don't want to be bouncing her around still. Doesn't matter where she is.
If you can
You have
afford
to
to
control
go,
the crowd.
There she is. Look, isn't she
Like,
lovely?
she's a lovely woman.
Yeah, you got to control the crowd because you don't want the baby to get harmed.
That's right.
Okay, so then don't go to Fiji. Stay in your palace.
And she also had a really nice speech that she did at the University of Fiji, and she talked about how important female education is.
Okay, then I like her. She
So
could have
fickle.
Skyped from the palace.
What if I was talking about Harry?
You're not her. What?
I'm not?
No, you're not Meghan Markle. If you want Harry.
I'm not Meghan Markle? Really?
No, Duchess. I don't want to hurt your feelings. What do you mean if
What
I was
am I?
If we were talking about Prince Harry?
Yeah, you'd be like, oh,
No, I wouldn't. I don't care about them, Luann.
Why? Because
They're just
cool.
rich. They're just rich British people.
But they're doing good things. She's talking about female education
We
in
do
the
good
world.
things, and we don't get to go to Fiji.
You don't do anything good. Nothing. Not a thing.
See, now our audience,
One.
our next guests are sitting here going, "Why did we come on this show?"
Yeah, now they're scared. They were
gonna
nervous before.
We're just
now
going to
they've
get
watched him.
abused. I'm just grumpy because minimum wage isn't going up.
Well, you know what? You only just started. You can't expect a raise right away.
Can you imagine?
How long's it going to take now?
Till 2024 to hit $15 an hour.
Start
I
saving
could
your
be
money.
dead by then.
Yes, he could. He really
by
could.
her hand.
Yes.
No, that's ridiculous.
2024? Way to
It was
go,
the
Doug
Liberals
Ford.
said let's make it $15 an hour in January of 2019, and the PC said no, that's really bad for the economy. Let's make it 2024, and also let's take away the paid sick days because people aren't making any
Right.
money. You're all paying to be sick. No. What does that do for morale in our province?
What and mental health on
See,
this Wellness Wednesday, right?
Ivana, I need you now on air to help me. But first of all,
Oh,
before
he
we get
needs
to
so much more than Ivana.
we're going to come back and talk at the Grab Hold Fashion Gala. So
Awesome.
don't go
Can't
anywhere.
wait.
We're going to cheer things up around here. Right back after this commercial break.
I didn't.
I said right back.
Just a jump to the left.
Look at all the people in our studio for the Grab Hold Fashion Gala. Let me introduce you to Dr. Natalia Carbo. Welcome. Jillian Patingalo, hello. And also from Canadian Mental Health Association, Lisa Caricato, no stranger to ONNtv. Welcome back, Lisa. And ladies, the Grab Hold Fashion Gala, November the 30th. Let's start with Dr. Carbo. You've been in Sault Ste. Marie now, you told me, for about 8 years?
Yes, and yes.
Yes, and you're originally from?
Russia, actually, St. Petersburg, Russia.
St. Petersburg, Russia. You lived all over the world.
All over the world.
And you have a background in fashion. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I did some fashion modeling when I was 15 and some fashion designing and moved to like Canada and started medicine. And been studying all my life pretty much, like it takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've decided I want something to do for my soul. So I went back to modeling.
Wow.
Acting, yeah.
How did you meet Dr. Dr. Carbo, Jillian?
I could be a doctor. That's
Okay,
fine.
okay.
I don't mind. We actually met doing background work on one of the movies in town.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which movie, can I ask?
The Bet.
The Bet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you met and then started talking about what? How did that?
It was actually, we just met. We stayed in touch, and then this idea just kept sitting in the back of my brain about how interesting it was that she had these two sides to her, that she was, had the medicine and the fashion, and I thought, is there something we can do with that where we can use her fashion contacts and create an event to benefit something in the medical community in our city, because we need that.
And so, Lisa, they approached CMHA. Is this how this worked? then?
Yes, we were thrilled that they approached us. Yes, definitely.
And so this is taking place, the funds that you're raising are all going to go to Canadian Mental Health Association.
Yes.
Will these funds stay local, Lisa?
Yes, they will. So Canadian Mental Health Association is a national brand, but each branch funds themselves locally.
Okay.
So the funds are going to be used primarily to help with the single session walk-in clinic. That's not a funded program, so we're going to use it for that.
That's the program that I know it's on. Is it always on Tuesdays or is it
Yes.
other days about? So it's
No,
every
Tuesdays.
Tuesday, 11 a.m. And I think you take your last appointment at
5:30. Yep.
5:30 p.m. And there's no appointment necessary. Anybody who has an issue, wants someone to talk to about anything, can just walk in to the Queen Street location
Yes.
and you will see a counselor.
Yes, we have partnered with many of the community agencies because there was such a need for people to be able to access help when they needed it and not wait for months and months. So many of the community partners joined together and are staffing it from their own budget, which really isn't funded. So this will really help.
Wow. So now that we know where the funds are going, we know how important the event is. Let's talk about the event itself. So let's go to Jillian and talk about dates dates, tickets, prices, that kind of thing?
November 30th at the Machine Shop.
Okay, great
tickets
venue.
start at $150. There's also a VIP level in which you get a swag bag, preferred seating, and a mix and mingle with the designers. And we also have fashion photographers coming, so you get to meet with them too.
Right, okay. Starts at what time then? Did I ask you that?
6 p.m.'s the
Red carpet?
yes, 6 p.m.'s
Okay.
the red carpet, and 7 p.m.'s dinner, and then the show we're hoping will be about 9 o'clock.
Let's talk a little bit about the fashions, because this is your connections and what you've done. So
Yes.
these people are coming up from New York and
Yeah,
Toronto.
actually,
Where? Tell me.
flying from New York, fashion designers. There's actually chief editor of iFashion magazine and photographers from New York as well.
Editors from fashion magazines and
yes,
photographers
yes,
from New York.
New York, yes, exactly.
Oh,
And as
okay.
well as, and they actually participate in New York Fashion Week, so it's like a real deal coming in
The
town.
real deal.
And the same from Toronto, people who does Toronto Fashion Week, and photographers from Toronto who are well known in fashion. So that's going to be a great event.
How many designers will be represented on the runway?
4 designers and 1 boutique store, and she has all the designers from Europe actually shipped in town.
Wow.
Yes.
And you were telling me that these fashions that we're going to be seeing, these are original designs. This is not like off the rack.
Original design, original, and they're actually coming up with new collection altogether just for us.
Just
the
for
show.
us.
Yes.
And there will be male fashions as well.
Yes.
Fashions for men as well.
Yep.
And entertainment, you have music being featured as well. Is that correct?
Yep, the Killer Hooks are playing.
The Killer Hooks are playing?
Yes.
Will they be playing as entertainment before and after, or are they actually playing? No, the runway stuff, you said the designers are providing their music because it's very specific to their design.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Who's actually staging this, doing the runway work? I mean, who's working with the models here in the suit?
So I
you because you
yes,
did runway?
yeah. So I'll be one of them, and I have one person who works with Canadian fashion in Toronto. She'll be coming in volunteering her time, and we have a lady who actually dealt with models in the past and run the agency, I believe. She will be volunteering her time. So between 3 of us.
How many people are involved in this putting this together? This sounds like a huge undertaking.
Yeah, actually she approached me, and then we worked together, and then we got people in. So from nothing, it started a big event.
Yeah.
And I understand you have an MC for this event.
Yes.
The best man in town.
Well, you know, in my price range, no, I'm very excited to work on this with you. We're having a dress rehearsal on the 29th, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And so the tickets are available how? How can people get tickets for the event?
Machine Shop.
At the Machine Shop?
box office.
Okay, and that we all know the Machine Shop is right down in the Canal District, right next to the Conservatory Building and across the street from Mill Market. And you can probably call there as well. And
Yes.
Is there a phone number on here anywhere? There isn't?
No.
No. But any other information, Lisa, could they contact CMHA for information?
Yes, they could contact us.
We have a Facebook page as well for the event.
What is that called?
It's Grab World
World Fashion Gala.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So, did you have any sponsors you wanted to mention that are helping support this event? Because I know this can't be done without the support of community partners. So.
Yes, a major one will be Laser Advantage.
Laser Advantage on Queen
Yes,
Street. That's
exactly.
right.
Yes.
I've been in there.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a
We have some media sponsors.
Yeah.
Yes, including Yes FM and
Excellent.
93 Oldies.
Nice. Okay. And then Studio Dance Arts, my buddy Richard Kim.
Yes.
And Tanya Greco now, not Castellani anymore.
Right.
Tanya Greco, they're providing dancers
Yes.
as part of the entertainment.
Yes.
Sounds like a phenomenal evening. So $150 of the tickets, all for a great cause, going to CMHA, staying locally to support the walk-in clinic. $175 for the VIP package, red carpet pass, meet the designers, meet and mingle. Ladies, this sounds like an amazing event. Congratulations on pulling this all together.
Thank you.
And if you want more information, go to the Facebook page.
Yeah.
And now, stay tuned because we have more coming up from CMHA with my friend Ivana Diano. Diano. So anyway, we'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere. This is Ivana Diano.
Hello.
I love your last name. I've been having so
thank
much fun
you.
with it.
Thank
Do you know,
you.
my friend? Do you know the way to San Jose? Ivana, sorry, look at us laughing though.
Yes.
This is important.
Yes, it
This
is.
time of the year, it's important to try to keep your mood elevated, right? Like happy,
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Because there's a thing called,
Seasonal affective disorder.
and now if you haven't
Yeah.
heard of it, the short term is SAD.
SAD, that's
right.
correct, yes.
So what exactly is it?
Well, basically, it's a condition that may happen to some people in the fall and the winter months because we don't have sun, and our bodies need sun. You know, when it's a bright sunny day, I think today is going to be a bright sunny day. You
Yes.
feel better, right?
Yes.
And so our bodies crave sunlight, and when we don't have it, like in the fall or the winter, those are the months that tend to not have as much sun. We can feel sad, depressed, low, lethargic, all sorts of things, right? Which is not the best mental health state to be in.
Right. So you think back to probably like the Stone Age, right? Chances are, this time of the year, those guys were only going out to hunt and gather, and otherwise they were in their caves.
Yeah.
They were
Dark.
they were hibernating for the winter. But
Yeah.
that's not what mankind does anymore. We have
No.
to function during the day, during
Exactly.
those daylight, and so the shortened amount. Do we also get vitamin D from the sun? Is that?
Yes, we get vitamin D from the sun, and many people in northern communities like ours may have to see about whether they are vitamin D deficient.
Yes.
So one of the first things that I recommend as a counselor, if people feel that they have a seasonal affective disorder, first of all, don't diagnose yourself.
Don't self-diagnose.
No, don't self-diagnose because your friend has it doesn't mean that you have it. So
Right.
go to the physician, go to a healthcare professional, get an examination to see if that's exactly what you have, right? And then blood tests can be done as well to determine whether you are deficient in vitamin D. And if you are, it's a very simple vitamin to take.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
And also, there's that sort of fake sunlight thing. What is that about?
Yeah, like there is a sunlight thing in, what is it called? Light therapy.
Light therapy, right.
So what light therapy does is it mimics the sun's rays. So it's recommended to use it first thing in the morning, give
Okay.
it about a half an hour or so. Not stare right into it, of course, but just put it
it's
in
like
your
an ambient light. It's like you
Yes.
just have it in around
Yeah.
your area. I know people that I used to work with who had a light
Yes.
at their desks.
Yes.
And they would have it on for part of the day just to give
Yeah.
them that sense of, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that CMHA actually had access to one that you could walk in and book an appointment.
We do have one, so if people need to use one or want to even try one before they go out and purchase one themselves,
to see
they
if it
can
makes a
contact
difference.
us. Yes.
So what other tips do you have for this time of the year for people to
Yeah.
to combat if you are diagnosed with S.A.D. with SAD?
Yeah.
What kind of things can you do without medication, just naturally? How can you combat it?
Well, we know that exercise is a very, good form of releasing endorphins.
Right.
Going out, like even if there isn't sun, there might be a little bit of sun peeking out in the wintertime.
Right.
So go out and enjoy. We have beautiful scenery in Sault Ste. Marie. Beautiful scenery. We have lots of things that are free that people can participate in and get out there and enjoy the winter months. And the thing as well is it doesn't have to be outdoors. Not everybody's an outdoor person, but you can walk around in the mall, that sort of thing. Anything to get your body moving. 'Cause
Right.
that's important.
A treadmill.
A treadmill
Listen
would
to
be
some
good.
great music and go on
Yep.
the treadmill.
Yep.
Go to the GFL Center and do one of the walks. Sometimes
Yes.
people do the walks around, and like you said, the mall walk. You can
Yeah.
walk the mall.
Yeah.
There's so many places you can go that are indoors to still get exercise.
Exactly.
And from what I've heard, even a 10-minute, even just a 10-minute walk.
Yes.
A 10-minute walk with some
Yeah.
fresh air can completely change your mood.
Exactly.
So if
Yeah.
you're at work and you're feeling down in the dumps,
Yeah.
put on your coat, get out, walk around the block, come back, and you'll
Yeah.
have a new outlook.
Exactly. And now sometimes people need some counseling through it, right?
Okay.
And so that's where you have mentioned mentioned already about Canadian Mental Health and our walk-in clinic.
Yes.
That's free for people to come in on Tuesdays from 11 o'clock to 5:30, 11, you know, you don't need an appointment. Come on in, talk about your concerns, get some coping mechanisms that are specific to you so that, you know, you can make it through
Right.
the months that are low.
And also things you can do, once again, self-care.
Yes.
So making sure you eat properly
Yes.
and that you get enough rest.
Yes.
I mean, depression and anxiety are
Yes.
so exacerbated by exhaustion.
Exactly.
When you are tired mentally, you're
Yeah.
tired. If you're tired physically, you're
Right.
tired mentally. And if
Right.
you're tired mentally, you don't have the strength to combat these things that are coming at you, right?
Exactly.
And then you layer, like for instance, I take medication for my anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
But I still feel
Yeah.
in these winter months,
Yeah.
it's harder for me. The medication
Yes.
sometimes I get out of bed and I have an anxiety attack, or I just don't
Yes.
want to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
So much of it is that darkness.
Exactly.
So it
exactly.
really is a concerted effort.
It's an effort, and you know, try and make your home environment as bright and light as you can.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I got new floors in my living room, and they're maple and they're light.
Yes.
Because I thought to myself, winter months, I don't want dark floors. I
Right.
want light floors,
Good
so
for
that you know the light can bounce off that, and it makes me feel better.
Even in the case of people, I mean, this is for real. There's diagnosis of sundowning. This is for people who have
Yeah.
dementia.
Yes.
When the sun goes down, it completely changes
Yeah.
their mood. They become agitated, and so sundowning, what they do is they close the blinds before it gets dark and put on the artificial light.
Yes.
Even that can help. Don't
Exactly.
let your house get dark.
Yeah.
Turn on the lights, close the blinds. Don't watch it get dark outside. That can
Yeah.
help too.
Yeah.
So many tips, and you guys are right there for us. CMHA,
Yes.
you have a great website with
Yes.
all kinds of tips.
Yes.
And the walk-in clinic counseling
Yes.
is available.
Yes.
Don't be ashamed. If you're feeling down and low, do something about it. Self-care.
Exactly.
And Ivana, I also want to mention, we were talking just about this, the gala. Isn't
Yeah.
it fabulous? The $150 ticket price is, the amount that goes to the gala is tax deductible, and you'll get a receipt. I wanted to mention
Yes.
that too.
Great.
Thank you for your time. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And take good care of yourself and
I
all the people who
will.
come by CMHA. And we'll be back to say goodbye with Luann right after this.
Surprise,
He did the mash,
he did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
And just before we go, I wanted to let you know that in the green room,
Yes.
the lunchroom, the newsroom, and the meeting room, the ladies were saying that they are using local models for the fashion show.
All local models for the
Isn't that
fashion show.
awesome?
And as I just mentioned, the $150 ticket price or the $175 for VIPs, a good portion of that is going directly to CMHA, right? So you will get a tax receipt for whatever amount
Yes.
is going to the CMHA, a charitable tax receipt. So that makes it even more appealing to people to spend the money and support
Absolutely,
a great cause like the work they do at CMHA.
And they are working hard. I'm anticipating this is going to be an awesome
It's going to be
show.
something like Sault Ste. Marie's never seen.
Yes,
So
yes. Looking
love to be a
forward
part of
to
that.
it. Yes.
And Luann,
Yes.
this was Hump Day.
It was.
We made it through, baby.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Tomorrow, Bomb Slide Thursday.
Bum Slide Thursday coming up tomorrow morning.
We'll
Thanks
see you
for
then.
watching this morning. Bye.
Have a great day.